Well, it's Monday morning after a gigantic Eagles loss, and I feel like doing anything other than making a fucking football video for you. So, what better time than now to make some sort of like update type video? I've done this before just to give you my YouTube mental state of the address of the union of whatever the fuck you want to call it. Anyway, started making the football videos again this year, much like every year, and there's the usual amount of people saying, "Oh, I'm unsubscribing. I didn't sign up here for these football videos. Oh my God, you're barely making any other videos than football videos. Oh my God, are you ever gonna make this or that type of video again?" Now, while I feel people are ungrateful to say things like that, because frankly, I didn't ask you to come here, not a single one of you, nor can I force you to stay here, nor am I charging you anything for the product I create here for you guys, that I take time and minimal effort out of my day to make. It doesn't mean that I don't see and recognize that, because I've always said how this is such a lazy product that I make here. It really doesn't take much time or effort at all, and it makes me money. So, why not give people that have stuck by me here for years on end, some of you just came on because you saw one video and you think you're going to see more videos like that, and then you get upset that you don't. It's still all valid complaints, even though there is a veil of ungratefulness over it. And just to sum up where I am right now is I really don't feel like making YouTube videos unless I honestly feel passionate about it now. Like, I am getting to a point where someone sends me this YouTube scandal this person does, and I'm like, oh wow, that's fucked up, and the Archfiend a few years ago would have just turned on his camera and talked off end on that. But it's like, now it's just like, yeah, it's a YouTube drama thing, I don't really care. I mean, I get mixed up with YouTube drama still every now and then. I ain't gonna tell you that, oh, it's never gonna happen again. I'm never gonna make a video dealing with any sort of YouTube drama again. But it's like, just that stuff, it doesn't interest me anywhere near as much. And that's why you see me making more things like football videos. And the past 2 or so months, I've barely made anything other than football videos. Because football in the NFL is something that is deeply, deeply passionate, that I have a deep, deep passion for. And it's something that I've had a passion for my entire life. And the fact that I get to speak and talk about it and people listen and appreciate it, hate my picks, piss on my picks, go joyous when I get a pick right, the few times that's happened, it's so enjoyable. And one of the things that I think people lose sight of here on this channel is, or that follow this channel, whatever you want to say, is I never was a fan of the big attention, for lack of a better phrase. I was never a fan, and I've said this a number of times before, people that have followed my videos know that I'm not just making this up and pulling this out of thin air, is that, I feel it's a disservice if I create a video and there's so many comments that I can't even get to all of them. Or that there's so many people chiming in and sending messages to my inbox that I can't even read them. Because if people take 2 seconds out of their day just to even just type the word hello to me on Twitter, in an email message or whatever, and I can't get to that, like, it does bother me a little bit. It's nothing I'm going to lose sleep over, anything like that. But what I'm getting at is, with these football videos, I'm speaking about something I'm very passionate about, and it's a really refined sector of my fan base that engages in them. It's something that I can literally look at every comment. And the comments, like, people, talk about, like, what do you think about my Jacksonville Jaguars this year, and blah, 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 and just, like, hearing another person's take and wanting to know my take on their team and stuff like that, it interests me. More than someone saying, well, what do you think of this YouTuber? He's as much of a douchebag as this person you're talking about in the video. And I'm like, Ryan, I really don't feel like going to someone else's channel I haven't heard of, checking out their videos, comparing them to the person I just made a video about. Like, stuff like that doesn't interest me. Like if someone's going to talk to me about NFL and their team or something, there's at least a basic understanding I'm going to have. I'm going to know a little bit of something about every single NFL team there is. So stuff like that interests me much more, and I'm at a point where it's either I do stuff I do stuff that I'm highly interested in, or frankly I don't have the interest to do this much more. And again, I hear all the people out there, and a lot of people, you know, when someone says, you know, unsubscribe, another sports video, and I see a number of you out there saying like, you know, well, fuck you, get out of here. He'll make whatever he wants and all that. Now, while that's true that they should fuck themselves for being so ungrateful, there is a truthfulness to that, because I have for years on end given content that isn't NFL videos, and people get used to it, and it's understanding that they're disappointed that I'm not making YouTube drama videos, and I'm not making Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments videos every month like I used to, or you know, the list of douchebags and stuff like that I had a great time doing. But frankly, it wasn't something that I could keep up with. It wasn't something that I wanted to keep up with. I was doing a disservice as much as I was doing a service. Because again, the people that were chiming in, I don't like to sit here all day for hours on end reading YouTube comments. It's just something I'm never going to like to do. I would say, honestly, I've maybe read 10% of the comments that have ever come into me here on YouTube. I mean, there's videos that are just flat out ignored. I don't even look at, that were made years ago, that have, you know, hundreds of comments left on them since the last time I looked at the video in any way, shape, or form. So, and I'm also getting to a point where I'm a married man, and not that that changed anything, because girlfriend's been living here for years on end. Marriage is just legal and a ring on the finger. It's not, you know, much different than what the life we were living years before this. But it's getting to the point now where we are officially going to start having kids and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, do I want to allocate any time to this? Like, I'm really seriously thinking of like, you know, well, what am I going to do? Like, seriously, when I have kids, do I really want to have time to turn on the camera and talk about the Eagles before each Eagles game, after each Eagles game, try and, you know, look at the comments and engage with my fan base, try and take care of all the messages that are coming to my email, try and take care of all the messages that get sent to me on Twitter. Because frankly, making these videos is nice, and it was never about the money here. But it's nice. I'm not going to deny it's not. I'm not going to say it's not nice getting a paycheck from Google every month. But it's to the point where it's like, well, how much does the interaction I have with you guys, the nice little paycheck from Google and everything, vary against spending an extra hour or two with my wife, with my kids, watching a movie, watching a TV show I like, or anything like that? So I understand, and I hear all the complaints out there, because the complaints have been a bit more than usual this year, because frankly, I haven't made much of anything other than football videos for the past months. In the years prior to this, I would almost force myself, not that this is a tremendous force needed to make videos here, but I would almost force myself to every single week try and make at least one or two videos that are not football related. Now weeks go by where it's nothing but football videos. And you can call it the cheap or easy way out, that I'm making videos that I know aren't going to get, you know, the tens of thousands of type views and aren't going to get the hundreds upon hundreds of comments. But it's a viewership of a sector of my audience that I enjoy engaging with on more of a passionate level. And at this point, you know, this time of year, when football and the NFL season is in gear, that's one of the things I'm most passionate about. As far as, you know, extracurricular life, beyond my wife, beyond family, beyond anything like that. Like, that's the one thing. And there's others, but that's obviously the front runner. So, I hear a lot of you guys out there, and I understand your frustrations that you're not seeing the videos that you got so used to from the Archfiend, if I can speak about myself like The Rock in third person. that you got so used to seeing from me, and you want to see more. And I have every bit amount of ability and everything like that. Like I have a hundred different cropped out comments that he pulled out for future let's all laugh at these comments videos, and it's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. And it's just like, just not feeling it today. The next day, just not feeling it that day. And it's now to the point where it's like, I'm not going to force myself into feeling it today. And I'm just doing stuff that I want to do. Granted, I've always done stuff I've wanted to do, but it's more so that I gave myself an extra push in the ass to make a lot of the content that you've seen over the years. Whereas making the football videos is I want to make them. I've no problem making them. I love talking about football. I love making predictions. I love people laughing at my predictions. I love people praising my predictions and thinking that I'm some sort of expert in any way, shape, or form when I'm no different than Joe Schmo sitting there on the couch right now or watching my video right here that does football or does football predictions or has a favorite football team, etc. So, all I can say to you guys is I've loved everything that is this channel. The hate, the joy. Has there been bitterness at times between myself, between you guys and me? Has there been misunderstandings? Of course there has. Has there been a mistake made by me, by you, by everyone, by YouTubers, by any number of things? Of course. But it's been fun. It's always been fun. It's always something I'm going to look back on as fun. And I like to think I've done a good job at least expressing to you guys how much I've enjoyed this, how much I've always enjoyed this, how much I appreciate you guys even though I think I should do a better job of that. And I'm just amazed that here we are since I started this channel in 2006 and people are still sticking around to hear me meander about football picks or this or that. Like, it blows my mind that more than 10 of you have stuck around since day one. Well, not day one, but maybe a year or two into it. But anyway, bottom line is there's been a lot of you guys that have been here for years on end, and that just, it blows my mind. Like, longer than I've known girlfriend. I've been talking to some of you guys longer than I've been talking to my wife. Like, think about that. Anyway, just sit back and enjoy the show. If people want to complain, that's fine. That's fine. I understand people's frustration with my channel right now. I totally do. But would you rather have nothing? Because when I lose the passion for this, and like I said, that may come when I start having kids and see something like this as just, not worth a minute of my day. Because right now, it is worth at least a minute of my day. Anyway, just wanted to make a video here for you guys. Something that doesn't, doesn't jar thoughts of the football game from last night, even though just mentioning that makes me think of all the fucking drop passes in that game. Anyway, have a good day, a better tomorrow. And for you football fans out there, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Have a fantastic day, everyone.